In the pursuit of a fulfilling and rewarding life, the aspect of shared pleasure with a partner plays a crucial role. This article, aimed at a male audience, addresses the topic of exploring mutual pleasure with unique depth and perspective. Here you will find practical tips and innovative approaches to enhance the intimate connection, not only physically but also emotionally and mentally. Through these lines, it seeks to empower men to be more aware and attentive in their relationships, thus increasing satisfaction and bonding with their partners. Hi, I'm Pamela Raquel, relationship and seduction expert. Here I share valuable tips and strategies to enrich your love life by exploring the art of seduction and the nuances of social behavior. Join me on this journey of discovery. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to receive more content on love and seduction. Leave a comment with any questions or topics you'd like to see here. Connect emotionally and mentally. Emotional and mental connection is the foundation of a satisfying intimate relationship. Understanding and attending to your partner's emotional needs is as important as attending to your physical ones. This involves active listening, being empathetic, and being open to sharing your own emotions. Practical examples include planning activities that you both enjoy, making time to talk about your feelings and dreams, and showing appreciation and gratitude on a regular basis. The importance of caresses and kisses. Caresses and kisses are acts of intimacy that strengthen the bond between partners. These gestures, although they may seem simple, can significantly increase closeness and desire. Experiment with different types of touching and kissing, paying attention to how your partner reacts. This tactile approach is critical to creating an atmosphere of trust and passion. Discovering your partner's erogenous zones. Getting to know and exploring your partner's erogenous zones can be an exciting adventure. Each person is unique, and what turns one person on may not work for another. Take your time to explore their body, observing their reactions to different stimuli. Communication is key here. Ask and listen to understand what pleases them. Foreplay and arousal practices. Foreplay is essential to increase arousal and prepare both partners for a more intense experience. Include kissing, caressing, massage, and other forms of stimulation that can increase anticipation and desire. Be creative and incorporate different techniques and rhythms to keep the experience fresh and exciting. Experimenting with sexual fantasies and games. Sharing and exploring sexual fantasies can significantly increase mutual pleasure. It is a space to be open and honest about your desires. Introducing sexual games or roles can be a fun and safe way to experiment. Remember, the key is consent and comfort for both of you. Maintaining communication during the intimate act. Effective communication during intimacy is vital. This involves not only talking, but also paying attention to nonverbal cues. Make sure you both feel comfortable and enjoy the experience. Questions such as "Do you like this?" or "How do you feel?" can be very revealing. The importance of mutual satisfaction. Mutual satisfaction is the goal of a fulfilling sexual experience. It is important not to focus only on your own pleasure, but also on that of your partner. Make sure you both have time and space to enjoy and climax. Varying pace and intensity. Changing the pace and intensity can add an exciting dimension to the sexual experience. Don't limit yourself to one style or routine. Experiment with different speeds and pressures to discover what you both enjoy most. Focusing on your partner's orgasm. Prioritizing your partner's orgasm can be incredibly rewarding for both of you. It demonstrates a high level of attention and care, and can increase emotional and physical intimacy. If you've made it this far, comment below with the word 100% to confirm that you've learned about this video. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep going. Respect and consent are fundamental, a guide for the contemporary human being. Understanding the importance of consent and respect. In a world where interpersonal relationships are becoming increasingly complex and diverse, the importance of understanding and practicing respect and consent has never been more crucial. This article dives into the depths of these concepts, not just as mere words, but as fundamental principles for healthy and ethical interaction. By exploring these topics, we not only develop greater respect for others, but also foster a safer and more empathetic environment for all. Consent is a fundamental principle. Consent goes beyond a simple yes or no. It is an ongoing dialogue and mutual understanding. Practical examples include asking before initiating any physical contact and being attentive to the other person's verbal and nonverbal responses. Respecting your partner's limits and signals. Understanding and respecting personal boundaries is key in any relationship. This involves recognizing and honoring verbal and physical cues that indicate discomfort or disinterest. Avoiding pressure or coercion. Pressure, whether subtle or overt, is a form of coercion. Respecting consent means accepting a no without insisting or trying to persuade. Reflecting on the importance of affirmative consent. Affirmative consent is about clear and enthusiastic communication. It involves making sure that all parties are in complete agreement and comfortable with any situation. Respecting the right to say no. Recognizing a person's right to say no at any time is fundamental. This respect for the autonomy of others is a pillar of consent. Know local laws and regulations regarding consent. Being informed about local laws can help to better understand the legal and ethical boundaries related to consent. The importance of continuing consent. Consent is not a blank check. It must be continuous and can be withdrawn at any time, which must be respected without question. Educate yourself about the importance of informed consent. Informed consent involves fully understanding the implications of any action or decision, ensuring that all parties are aware and in agreement. Responsibility for maintaining a safe environment. Part of respecting consent is to contribute to an environment where everyone feels safe and respected, avoiding behaviors that may be perceived as threatening or invasive. Seek help or advice in case of doubts or complicated situations. It is always advisable to seek professional guidance or counseling in case of doubts about consent or respect in relationships. Forging a more respectful and conscious future. Respect and consent are not just concepts to be discussed, they are practices to be lived and encouraged. By internalizing these principles and applying them in our daily interactions, we contribute to a more caring, respectful, and safe world. This path to deeper respect begins with each of us, in our actions and in how we choose to relate to others. If you've made it this far, comment below with the word 100% to confirm that you've learned about this video. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep going. Title: Exploring Sexuality Together, a guide for mutual growth and understanding. Sexuality is a fundamental dimension of the human experience. It encompasses more than the physical act. It is an amalgam of emotions, communication, and personal and mutual exploration. For men, understanding and navigating this aspect can be an eye-opening journey, especially when undertaken in the company of a partner. This article seeks to illuminate that journey, offering practical and insightful tips for learning, growing, and exploring sexuality together. 1. Learning and growing together in sexuality. Sexuality as a couple is not static, it evolves over time. It is vital to maintain an attitude of continuous learning. Communicate openly about your desires, fears, and fantasies. Participate in sexuality workshops or seminars together. This strengthens the connection and fosters an atmosphere of trust and openness. 2. The importance of mutual sex education. A solid sex education is the foundation for a healthy and satisfying sexual experience. Don't be afraid to seek out information together, whether through books, podcasts, or educational videos. Better understanding each other's bodies and needs leads to more rewarding and safer experiences. 3. Sharing books and resources on sexuality. Spending time reading and discussing books or articles on sexuality can enrich your understanding and practice. This can include topics such as sexual anatomy, pleasure techniques, and sexual health. Choosing materials that resonate with both of you and discussing them can open up new perspectives. 4. Experimenting with fantasy and role-playing games. Fantasies and role-playing are exciting ways to explore hidden desires. Talking about your fantasies can strengthen intimacy. As long as you both agree, experimenting with different scenarios can be an exciting and enriching adventure. 5. Maintaining an open attitude toward exploration. An open attitude is key in sexual exploration. This means being willing to try new things within a framework of mutual consent and comfort. Respecting boundaries and being aware of each other's reactions is critical. 6. Participate in sex education workshops. Sex education workshops offer an opportunity to learn from experts and gain new perspectives. They can range from intimacy techniques to effective sexual communication. Participating in these workshops together can be a unifying and eye-opening experience. 7. To know different aspects of human sexuality. Sexuality is diverse and multifaceted. Exploring different aspects together, such as emotional, physical, and spiritual sexuality, can deepen your understanding and connection. Embrace the diversity of experiences and perspectives. 8. Communicating preferences and limits. Clear and honest communication about preferences, likes and limits is crucial. This communication should be ongoing and adapt as your experiences and needs change. Listening and being heard forms the basis of a healthy sexual relationship. 9. Celebrate diversity in sexuality. Recognizing and celebrating sexual diversity enriches the shared experience. This may include exploring different identities, orientations, and practices. Respecting and valuing these differences strengthens the relationship and fosters an environment of acceptance and curiosity. 10. Exploring new practices together in a consensual way. Finally, exploring new practices should always be done in a framework of mutual consent and respect. Discussing openly and honestly what you each want to try, and moving at a pace that is comfortable for both of you, can take your sexual experience into new and exciting territories. Exploring sexuality together is an ongoing journey of discovery, full of possibilities for growth and deep connection. Through education, communication, and an open attitude, couples can forge a bond that transcends the physical, enriching their relationship in a holistic way. If you've made it this far, comment below with the word 100% to confirm that you've learned about this video. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep going. The exploration of fantasies and hidden desires, a complete guide for modern man. In a world where routine often eclipses passion, exploring our hidden fantasies and desires can be a liberating path to greater self-knowledge and fulfillment. This article is not just a guide, it is an invitation to embark on a personal and shared journey toward a deeper understanding of our intimacies. Aimed at men seeking to enrich their sexual and emotional lives, each section breaks down crucial aspects of this exploration, providing practical, never-before-seen advice that will resonate and impact deeply. Subheading 1. Opening to intimate and erotic fantasies. Tip: the key here is self-acceptance. Start by taking time for introspection. What turns you on? What images or scenarios come to mind during intimate moments? Write down your fantasies without judgment. Remember, acknowledging your desires is the first step toward a richer sex life. Subheading 2. Creating a safe environment for the expression of desires. Tip: communication is key. Create a space for open dialogue with your partner, where you both feel safe to share. This could be over an intimate dinner or a leisurely stroll. The important thing is that it is a place where you feel comfortable and free of judgment. Subheading 3. Sharing erotic stories or sensual readings. Tip: erotic literature can be an excellent tool for exploring fantasies. Read a passage to your partner or share a story that turned you on. This can serve as an excellent preamble to intimacy, as well as provide new ideas. Subheading 4. Experimenting with role plays and scenarios. Tip: role-playing can add an exciting dimension to your sex life. Have you always wanted to be a movie character or a historical hero in a romantic setting? Discuss these ideas with your partner and plan a theme night. Subheading 5. Fulfilling fantasies and shared dreams. Tip: once you have both shared your wishes, choose one to make it happen. Plan together how to carry it out. The anticipation and preparation can be as exciting as the act itself. Subitem 6. Maintaining curiosity and the adventurous spirit. Tip: keep the flame of curiosity alive. Explore new ideas, positions, or even destinations for romantic getaways. Change and novelty are key ingredients for a vibrant sex life. Subheading 7. Connecting at the deep level through exploration. Tip: fantasy exploration is not only physical, but also emotional. Take the time to understand how these experiences make you feel and how they affect your connection with your partner. Subheading 8. Experimenting with practices such as BDSM in a consensual manner. Tip: if you are interested in more adventurous practices such as BDSM, the key is consent and communication. Do your research, attend workshops, and always set clear and safe boundaries. Subheading 9. Celebrate diversity of preferences and desires. Tip: recognize and celebrate that each person is unique in their desires and fantasies. Embracing this diversity in you and your partner can deepen your connection and understanding of each other. Subheading 10. Finding books and resources to enrich sex life. Tip: education is power. Read books, blogs, and participate in workshops or seminars on sexuality. The more you know, the more you will be able to explore and enjoy a full and satisfying sex life. The exploration of hidden fantasies and desires is an exciting and revealing journey. It not only enriches your sex life, but also strengthens your emotional bond with your partner. Remember, the key is communication, mutual respect, and an open mind. Enter this journey with curiosity and enjoy every discovery on this journey to greater intimacy and pleasure. Exploring new frontiers, finding connection and passion in relationships. In a world where routine and stress often take over our lives, keeping the spark alive in our relationships can be a challenge. However, exploring new frontiers in our intimacy can not only rekindle that spark, but also deepen our connection with our partner. This article is dedicated to men who are looking to innovate and surprise, taking their relationship to a more intense and meaningful level. 1. Board games or intimate card games. Starting with something playful like board games or intimate cards can be a great way to break the routine. These games are not only fun, but also serve to get to know each other better and explore hidden desires. For example, a game of truth or dare tailored to the couple can open doors to intimate conversations and unspoken desires. 2. Sensual massages. Experimenting with different types of sensual massage is an effective way to connect physically and emotionally. You don't need to be an expert. With aromatic oils and a basic guide to massage techniques, you can create a relaxing and stimulating experience. Explore different rhythms and pressures, and see how each touch can communicate affection and desire. 3. Meditation or yoga in couple. Meditation and yoga as a couple are powerful practices for synchronizing energies and emotions. Doing these activities together fosters spiritual connection and strengthens nonverbal communication. Look for postures that allow for eye and physical contact, and focus on breathing together to deepen the connection. 4. Tantra techniques. Tantra is much more than sex. It is a philosophy that advocates a deep connection with oneself and one's partner. Exploring Tantra techniques, such as synchronized breathing and meditation as a couple, can bring the relationship to a much deeper level of intimacy and understanding. 5. Sensual dance or striptease in couple. Sensual dancing or stripping as a couple is not only fun, but also powerful forms of expression and connection. Learning a dance routine together or even improvising to music can increase mutual trust and attraction. 6. Outdoor intimacy. Discovering new places for outdoor intimacy can be exciting and invigorating. Whether it's a deserted beach at sunset or a quiet forest, changing the usual surroundings can bring an element of adventure and novelty to the relationship. 7. Intimate getaway in nature. Planning an intimate getaway in nature, away from everyday distractions, can be a wonderful way to reconnect. A cabin in the woods or a tent under the stars can be the perfect setting for deepening intimacy and mutual understanding. 8. Roleplay and fantasy games. Roleplay and fantasy games are exciting ways to explore new aspects of personality and sexuality. Discussing and planning scenarios together can build trust and open new avenues of communication and desire. 9. Music and aromatherapy. Using music and aromatherapy to set the mood is a simple but effective way to enhance the intimate experience. Choosing a playlist that you both enjoy and candles or essential oils with scents that stimulate the senses can completely transform the environment. 10. Cultural and artistic experiences. Sharing cultural and artistic experiences, such as visiting a museum, attending a concert, or exploring erotic literature, can inspire and enrich the relationship. These shared experiences foster intellectual and emotional connection, opening up new perspectives and topics of conversation. Exploring new frontiers in the relationship is an exciting and enriching journey. By adopting these tips and being willing to experiment, men can not only revitalize their intimate life, but also strengthen their connection with their partner in unexpected and profound ways. Remember, the key is communication, trust, and a willingness to explore together. If you've made it this far, comment below with the word 100% to confirm that you've learned about this video. For more interesting topics, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep going.